One of the other questions we had on here was, would you guys play the new or old Mortal Kombat games? I'm going to say both because I think Mortal Kombat 10 is almost revolutionary as far as modern fighting games. But I do enjoy I don't think there's a single bad Mortal Kombat game, to be honest.
You don't have to get
All of
into
it,
it.
except for the very first one.
To me, Special Forces was bad.
Oh yeah.
Special Forces was junk.
Yeah.
And also the N64 and also the N64 port of Sub-Zero Chronicles was just junk.
I'm talking about as far as like, the main ones.
Oh, the main ones?
1, 2, 3, all the way to 10.
Yeah. All the way to 10, I don't think that there's been a bad one because I loved the first 3, and then they did Ultimate 3, and I was just like, okay, this is awesome. And then they did 4, which took it into the 3D realm. Then you had Deception. Let's see, it was Deception.
Okay. Yep, Deception.
Oh no! It was It was Deadly Alliance, then Deception, then Armageddon, and then 9, and then 10. It started over.
Yeah. What was the one for the monks thing? Which one?
Oh, Shaolin Monks. Yeah,
dude, that was so awesome.
I like that. Me and my cousin Zach, we played through that.
We played co-op because I love couch co-op games.
Yeah, I love that because you just go around the map,
just
killing people, and then the boss battles happen.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the reptile one was awesome.
Yeah.
You like ripped Reptile's head off in the water. It was like really cool. I love that. And then the one where you face down Goro, then Johnny Cage comes in from the side. He's like, "Wait, I got this," and he does a
right in the nuts.
Yeah, and then he does the shadow kick into his gut, and and Goro bleeds out. It's like awesome. Although there was one dumb part in that game, me and Zach actually had to pause because we were laughing so hard. That Baraka comes out and he like grabs a Shaolin monk off the wall, and then like gets his sword out, stabs him in the face, and like jostles it around and everything, and then pulls it out, and then throws the Shaolin monk over to Liu Kang and Kung Lao as they come in. Kung Lao leans over the Shaolin monk and goes, "Are you okay?" Guy just got a new hole put in his face. What do you think?
Oh yeah, Mike Root said DC versus Mortal Kombat. I don't even want to talk about that.
But I will talk about the Injustice games.
Okay.
The first one, pretty good. The second one, holy hell.
Yeah.
The second, like Injustice 2 was just so good. Like they upped everything. They revamped the character models. They did awesome work with the story, and honestly, it gave you like a good quandary. You like were sitting there. It's like, do I side with Superman? Do I side with Batman? It's like because Batman's talking about this, and like trying to be the better person, but at the same time, Superman is just like all these people have done all these terrible things. They need to go away, and I'm just like, it's a hell of a quandary. And you think to yourself, who would I side with if I were in this universe?
What do you think of always Batman?
What do you think of the latest Marvel vs. Capcom?
It was not good.
I hate it.
Infinite. Actually, if you want to know someone who was really pissed off about it, Gerard, the completionist, was super pissed because he ordered like the Epic Edition that came with the Infinity. I was excited because
Mega Man X and Zero.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, this is going to be so sick. But you have to realize just adding good characters does not make it a good game.
Well,
when the complete story and the protagonist was just, wow, I've never seen something so basic in my life. Like everything that you fought was meaningless. When you did fight here, it was just, I don't know, it was just a jumbled mess of characters thrown in there at random.
Well, It's unfortunate when you see a series that is so well loved like Marvel vs. Capcom experience a bad game, and every series goes through, I think, that section where they have a bad game or something bad happens.
Yeah.
And it alienates a lot of the player base.
Mm-hmm.
I think for that it was very hard for people to admit that Infinite was not good because it looked real pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It looked real nice, but it just didn't have the same.
One of the things I've noticed about the fighting animations for the development of fighting games is they're not showing full-fledged animations. They're showing photo to photo to photo. Your fight goes straight from here to here. There's no in-between showing anything. Whereas Mortal Kombat shows everything. Detail, every motion.
Yeah.
When it punch, you really feel the impact of like when you punch the person in the face. And who does not want that in a fighting game,